Boys, are we fucking dialed in or what? Are we starting this shit up? Are we starting this shit up or what? Because this shit's poverty. What the fuck happened? No, I'm just saying what the fuck happened in the NFL.
Oh, the NFL? That is poverty. Jimmy Poverty Garoppolo's stupid fucking handsome ass can take his bitch ass to a porn star's house and have sex with her. Oh! When are we going live?
I think I'll start it up here in a second.
I see that we're live.
They can hear us. Oh, they can fucking hear us.
What it do, baby?
They can't see us just yet. I'm about to bring us in here in a second.
Yeah, get my fucking face in. It says a skeeter right on the screen. Get me in here, baby.
You're in here now, baby.
Hey. What it do, baby? What it do, baby? Joe Shiesty. Jimmy Garoppolo owns LA. Are you smoking that fucking Jimmy G porn star pack? Jimmy G doesn't own shit. I'd be surprised if Jimmy G owned his own car.
He is honestly so
I
powerful.
fucking hate Jimmy Garoppolo, dude. To sit there and watch you do nothing in an entire football game and win is so frustrating.
Yeah, that really sucks.
There's literally so much to talk about that we gotta. Let's start early. Let's rally our brains together here, Chase.
Yeah.
And let's try and keep everything under wraps here.
True.
Boys, I'm gonna switch it to members only, and we're gonna get butt naked.
A lot of shit going on.
Momento, boys. Hey, Chase, if you could take us to intermission screen real quick, boys. I got to do something real quick. So why don't you all just cry your fucking little eyes out, huh? Oh, no, Papa Meags, you're not on the screen.
Do we have that anymore? I don't even know if we have
We still
that.
have that, right?
I can just put them on me. You need to get up or
that
something?
works. No, it's fine. I'm just fixing something. We usually use that. We're just taking a break, chill out screen. But
Yeah. I'll just put
whatever
them on
works.
my face.
That's fine. Talk to those.
How we doing, boys?
Own those bozos. Ratio them. Ratio plus you.
Boys, we're going to talk about it, but looks like I'm going to be giving you guys a presentation here soon.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that because I got fucked straight in the asshole.
I almost correctly predicted every single game other than Packers, which, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do?
Chat, just give me some L's. I deserve it. Give me some L's in the chat. I don't know if I deserve it, though, actually. I think
No, I think you deserve it.
teams fucking through.
Right. It's their fault that you're bad.
I'm poverty, chat. I am poverty. The definition, you're looking at me. I am poverty.
Ratio plus poverty plus you.
Yeah, I love it. Give me the L's. Give me the fucking L's.
Young boy better. Okay, I think I fixed it.
What an L.
Fixed it.
You got
What
the
it
link
do?
in
Yeah,
there?
you can bring
got
my
the link
ass
in there?
back in there. What's up, chat? How we doing? Good to see you guys. How you guys feeling, dude? What do you guys think after this divisional round? Oh my God! I really want to hear what you guys have to say. I just want members only. A lot happened. I hope that every single person who's here right now got to watch Chiefs Bills. There were a lot of good games, but nothing came close to Chiefs Bills.
You want to just get right into that one?
Yeah, I think that's the best place to start.
Yeah, I like that because that is, I think.
It's the most fresh on our minds.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after one of the most amazing weekends in NFL history, it should go down unless we just continue to have incredible weekends. We're gonna start it off with the Bills versus the Chiefs. I just want to say, first things first, I'm absolutely heartbroken for Buffalo right now.
Dude.
I've never wanted a team to win more in my whole life. And I like the Chiefs. You guys, everybody knows I like the Chiefs. I love Tyreek Hill. I love Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I love Jackson Mahomes. If you catch my drift. That's
Patrick?
say that for another time.
Patrick?
Jackson.
Oh, okay.
We'll say that for another time.
Okay.
But I'm so heartbroken. Josh Allen. Almost a flawless game. I mean, there's very few instances where I could look at something and say that was his fault. 27 for 37, 329 yards, 4 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 11 carries, 68 yards. Surprisingly, Diggs literally did nothing. Granted, teams love to double team him. There's definitely part of the game plan was to make sure Diggs did nothing, but 3 receptions for 70 yards. Oh, the most frustrating thing part of this game, and I tweeted out about this, Chase. I haven't talked to you.
You were on a rant. I don't even have Twitter,
rant.
but now that we got that Discord, I can like see it every once in a while. Wow, you're on one.
Davis.
You're pissed.
I was pissed. Gabriel Davis
Dude.
had a historic, in the record books, the most receiving touchdowns in a playoff game in NFL history. Better than any other wide receiver in the history of football. Gabriel Davis, who some might literally consider to be, depending how you look at it, the third or maybe fourth string. He's had a breakout year. But if you looked at the start of this season, I think you might have said, Diggs is the primary target. Emmanuel Sanders is 2. Beasley is 3. Maybe Dawson Knox is 4, and then Gabriel Davis. Yeah. And he had the greatest wide receiver performance in an NFL playoff game. 4 touchdowns, 8 receptions, 201 yards, and that route that he put on, I don't know if it was Juan Thornhill
that's what I was gonna say.
or Rashad Fenton. I don't know who he did that route to. Holy fuck, corner post to what seemed like icing up the game and winning it for Buffalo, and then an incredible scramble to get the 2-point conversion. And it's going to be lost to the history books. I think I need to make a Gabriel Davis gameplay video in Madden to try to memorialize him any way I can. Because I feel so fucking bad. I feel so bad for Gabriel Davis, I think more than anybody.
Right.
He's a sleeper wide receiver who just had the game of his career. And a year from now, no one will remember this. Unless you go in the history books and look up NFL postseason single game wide receiver touchdowns record, which is a very specific ESPN stat. I mean, it's a cool stat. But and they're going to look it up and they're going to go, Gabriel Davis, who the fuck is that? Oh, the Bills lost? Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
He would have gone,
dude, that route was so fucking nasty. Mm-hmm. So nasty. That corner was on his ass.
In the biggest moment of his game. And you know who's the happiest person in the world? Is that corner.
Right?
I don't know. Do you guys know, was it Thornhill or was it Rashad Fenton? It was Fenton. He's been a good corner this year, by the way. But, oh my God, he would have gone down in the history books as fucking selling harder than anybody.
Yes.
Oh my God, he would have gone down like that. And you know what? He's got to be the happiest man alive. He is just smooching Patrick Mahomes right on the lips. Maybe Jackson. Not that it matters. But either way, it was crazy. Looking at the Chiefs, though, Patrick Mahomes played so incredible, too. I did see someone make a funny joke. They said Patrick Mahomes is a yak merchant. Yards after catch merchant.
Yeah.
Who do you think played better here, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
I think Josh Allen played significantly better. I think Mahomes had an awesome game. And, a part of it is, you expect Mahomes to have an awesome game every single time he plays.
Right.
But he kind of was a yak merchant. I think a ton of what he did was just dudes kind of doing it for him. Mm-hmm. I think the most prominent one was the Tyreek Hill touchdown. I thought his overtime play was incredible. Mahomes, that drive in overtime was incredible.
Yes, yeah.
But that touchdown that took them there, the Tyreek Hill one,
yeah,
he didn't do shit.
No.
Tyreek Hill is just an absolute fucking animal.
Yeah, dude.
Ran 70 yards on what was that route? It's it was a very deep slant, almost like a crosser.
Yeah, it was almost like a dig across the middle.
And he was just so goddamn
dude,
fast
how
that he took it all the way to the house.
Oh my God, how do the defenses sell that fucking bad? How can you let the fucking Chiefs
with 13
march
seconds
down the field in 13 seconds?
Dak Prescott
was
at home pissed as fuck. Dak Prescott saw it, and he's like, nope, Chiefs lost. You need at least 3 minutes on that clock if you want to get down the field.
Oh, my God.
You know Dak was watching it like, QB draw, run QB draw, run QB draw.
Right.
He would have been so pumped if they had done that. But yeah, I mean, Mahomes played a great game, but Josh Allen played a flawless game. That is why this is a heartbreaker. It's a heartbreaker because Buffalo played what I believe to be flawless, but their defense completely sold for them. You know what's funny is going into this game, Buffalo was the top-ranked defense in both categories, in both passing and rushing, the best defense in the league. The supposedly, statistically, best defense in the league could not stop Patrick Mahomes from going 50 yards in 13 seconds. 50. They got fucking shelled. 182. And if you do look at the game stats, Chiefs dominated. I mean, you got to factor in that a lot of these passing yards did come in overtime when the Bills did not even have a chance to have the ball, so they did have an extra possession. But, I mean, they just got shit on.
No turnovers.
Such an amazing game.
Yeah.
Such an amazing game.
Yeah, like Tim the Tatman this morning was saying, we just watched the Super Bowl pretty much. Like, there's not going to be a better football
There's
game. There's not going to be a better game than that.
It's not even possible to get a better game than that. You know what I did love, though? Scroll down. My favorite part of this game. 3 penalties, 15 yards, 1 penalty, 10. The refs let them fucking play.
Yeah.
You know how exciting it is for the refs just to let them play? Because I think on any given football play, a referee could throw a holding call.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
Right.
Do you think they really wanted to? They could fucking throw a holding.
Yeah.
I think every once in a while they just throw it because they're like, damn, we haven't thrown any penalties this whole game.
Right.
You know? Dustin just got your dialed in hoodie. Love to hear it, bro. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, 3 penalties, 15 yards, 1 for 10. I love that. That's why you have such an incredible football game here.
Right.
When the refs get too involved, it always ruins the games.
That game was fucking insane.
They had incredible 4th down efficiency. I loved watching. But I mean, if you're Buffalo, what could you have possibly done differently? Other than your defense fucking selling, right?
Right.
But offensively, what? Are you supposed to think that 13 seconds is too much time? Like, are you really not supposed to throw that touchdown there? No, you throw that every single time. And then you expect your defense can hold them off for 13 seconds. And you're wrong. Here's one thing I will say that I think did get kind of overlooked. Harrison Butker kind of sold that game early. The Bills, if Harrison Butker doesn't miss a PAT and a very easy field goal for him before half, the Chiefs already won the game. So I think, as much as I think Josh Allen played better, I think the Chiefs did deserve to win this game. I don't think there was any bailouts. I think the Chiefs straight up played better, and the Bills defense fucking sold. Because Harrison Butker is the second best kicker in the league, and he was just choking for whatever reason. This game should have been over. So, as sad as I am that Buffalo didn't win, it's not like I think they got robbed. The one question where you might say to yourself, the Buffalo Bills got robbed, is the NFL overtime rules. And this will be a separate clip out if you want to timestamp that.
Yeah.
But chat, I know everybody's up in arms about this. There are a lot of opinions about this, and it really comes to light in a game like this. Chase, what would you say? What is your opinion on the NFL overtime rules currently?
I think it's absolute trash.
You do not like it.
No, I do not like the rules of the overtime.
Bring your face in here.
You were explaining it to me a little bit, and it makes sense, I guess, like regular season to maybe do it this way, but that still could chap your whole season.
Yeah.
It could still. So I don't know, because you're saying the players kind of don't want to put their bodies on the line.
I tweeted this out, but there's a really simple explanation. People just straight up ask, why is NFL overtime like this? It does seem incredibly unfair. It seems super lopsided in favor of the team that gets the coin toss, because they choose to receive, they march down and score, the game is over, and the other team gets no rebuttal. And in the NCAA, you could literally play for an infinite amount of time. So people say, why would you even change this rule? The reason is in the NFL, there's an NFL Players Association, NFLPA. These are like, think of like politicians. They're like lobbyists. This is the players lobbying for things that they want from the NFL. Because the NFL is a true business. The NCAA is a business, but it's more like a slave business. And I know that sounds bad, but that's really what the NCAA is like. In the NCAA, you do not have a fucking say. You don't get to go lobby the NCAA. You don't get to tell the NCAA, this is what I want. NCAA says, you're going to do what the fuck we tell you, or you can get fucked. You can lose your scholarship. Okay, it's totally different in the NFL. So players in the NFL, they go to the NFLPA, and they say, here's what we want for overtime rules. We want, in the regular season, we want a 10-minute overtime period. If it's tied after that, the game ends. Because we do not want to keep playing. Because if I'm forced to play an extra 60 minutes of football, and then I get injured, and now my salary's gone, my career is gone, my kids, my house, my mortgage, all this is gone, then I'm not playing for the NFL.
Why would their kids be gone?
Well, I just mean like your whole...
They take their kids?
Yeah.
The NFL's like, you can't have your kids anymore.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I should have just let you keep going.
No, I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I think I was thinking like you lose your house, then your wife divorces you.
Yeah, because you're just
the kids,
poverty now.
But I kind of forgot to, loop that in.
I just threw you off. I threw you off track.
No, it's okay. Either way, so the NFL players go to the NFLPA. They say, we do not want endless overtime. We're not doing that NCAA shit anymore, okay? If the game ends, the game ends. The least amount of football that we can play to get ourselves injured, the better. So sick.
Right.
That's what they say. So they say, okay, well, what about the postseason? Because a playoff game can't end in a tie. So in the postseason, they add 5 minutes. It's a 15-minute overtime period. And it cannot end in a tie. So it'll go on endlessly. But they keep in that rule about the first team who gets a touchdown just wins and it's over. Because that's the best case scenario for ending the game as fast as humanly possible.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, I do not agree with this either. I think it's fucking whack. I think there should be something different. Absolutely something different. And I think a very good idea of what could be different is you do NCAA overtime, except you force 2-point conversions after the first touchdown. So you start at the 20, the opposing 20. You only have 20 yards to go.
Right.
So let's pretend it was Bills-Chiefs. Chiefs win the toss. They start on the 20. They score a touchdown. They kick the PAT.
Yep.
Now the Bills get a chance to also score from the 20.
Yeah.
They score the touchdown. They kick the PAT. Now both teams have done it. Now you go to a 2-point conversion. Now you just start on the 2-yard line and you go 2-point conversions. And fuck, if every team keeps getting 2-point conversions for 8 straight 2-point conversions,
right,
which is astronomically difficult, but it can happen, then maybe you implement a sudden death where the next team's score wins. Right. Maybe you can do that. But even that is significantly more fair than what they have right now.
100%.
What they have right now, this is the craziest point that you can make about how unfair this shit is, okay? Let me show you this statistic. This is crazy. I actually put this in my notes like a true fucking journalist. What a good guy I am. This is from Ian Rappaport on Twitter. And Chase, actually, if you want to go into the notes and just click the link, you can actually pull it up for all of us here.
Email.
Oh,
because I don't have the notes on here.
Yeah, you're right. No worries.
It would just be so easy. Why don't you just pick the right side of the coin? Like, it's just that simple.
The Bills, like, they're so mad. It's like, dude, Patrick Mahomes clearly just correctly picked what the coin was going to
pick the right side of the coin and you're good.
And if the Bills want to win this game, why didn't they just win?
Right?
Like, I don't get what everybody's all up in arms about. Like, oh, the Bills, the overtime. It's like, dude, just win the game.
It's exactly.
It's really simple.
But it's so tough because...
I just emailed you it.
Okay, I'll check it. It's just so tough because, like, in that scenario, we were at the bar and it's like, I mean, everyone's thinking it too. It's like whoever wins this coin toss is going to win the game. Yeah. So that's just saying your defense fucking blows? It's like
in that scenario, it's saying your defense fucking sucks. Because when the game's already 36-36, then your defenses do blow. But let's say this was San Fran versus Green Bay, and they went into overtime 10-10. The coin toss is significantly less relevant there.
Right.
The coin toss there is like, it doesn't even fucking matter. None of us can score.
That's it.
Check out these statistics right here. This is why it's fucked up, by the way. The current overtime scoring rules, not sudden death unless the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown, were implemented in 2010 and in the 2010 playoffs and the 2012 regular season. Under the current overtime rules, there have been 163 overtime games, including the playoffs. Teams that won the overtime coin toss have a record of 86, 67, and 10 in those games. They won 52.8% of the games. So you look at that statistic and you say, okay, that's not that fucking lopsided.
Yeah.
They only won 52.8% of the games. If you're thinking of it from a 50-50 standpoint, it's only 2.8% more games. But then you look at that second statistic, and I'll read this to you guys because I know it cuts off a little bit.
Yeah,
here
I can
on
just
Twitter.
get my face out of there for now.
Yeah, but go ahead. Under the current overtime rules, there have been 11 overtime playoff games. Teams that won the overtime coin toss have a record of 10-1 in those games. They've won 90.9% of the games. The only team to ever lose was the Saints in 2018 against the Rams, and that game, they got fucked by the refs. There has never been a game in history where someone has gotten so fucking bent over by the refs than the Saints did in that game. I'm sorry, Saints fans, to bring that up to you. But so really, what it should be, if the refs didn't slap their cock down on the table in that game, is 11-0.
Yeah.
And what this should tell you, at least this is what I take from the data, is number one, teams that go into overtime are not necessarily always good teams. So in the regular season, dog shit teams might go into the overtime because they can't score. And that is why your win percentage isn't that high in the regular season, because you have not so great teams playing each other. But once you get to the playoffs, which you don't get to the playoffs unless you have an elite offense or an elite team all around. Maybe you could get to the playoffs with a fucking god tier defense and no offense, like the Steelers, okay? But in the long run, you're going to lose. What this is saying is once you get to the good teams, whoever gets the toss is going to fucking win.
Yeah, I guess
I mean, this is 90% of the time. I know it's not a massive sample size. You get 11 games here, but this is really should be 11-0. Mm-hmm. I like to think of this as 11-0.
Yes.
And 7 of those 10 teams scored the sudden death TD on the opening drive, meaning 7 out of those 10 games, the other team basically got fucked over in the same way that the Bills got fucked over here, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So, and I have seen some, analysts on Twitter who say, I like the overtime rules because if you don't like the overtime rules, then just don't go to overtime, which is basically like what we were joking about saying.
Right.
And I guess I agree, but why do the overtime rules have to be bad so that you avoid them? That I don't like that point.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when people say the prison system is bad. It's like, if you don't like the prison system, don't commit crimes. It's like, okay, I agree with you. But sometimes people commit crimes, so it doesn't mean that the whole system has to be fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think NFL overtime, I 1,000% should believe should be tweaked.
100%.
And I guess I don't understand who disagrees with if it's the NFLPA saying it's player safety, they don't want to play as much football. Okay, start them at the 20. If you score, the other team gets a chance to also score, then go to 2-point conversions. At max, in most games, you're going to play even less than a real overtime period because in a real overtime period, you got to march 75 yards down the field, potentially punt the ball.
Yeah, I mean, how many games of like this is it going to take for it to change? Are they going to change it? Because there's a lot of people up in arms about this. Well,
this is just frustrating. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to sit there, look at the coin toss, and go, "Oh my fucking god!"
I couldn't imagine being an actual Bills fan. Oh my god.
We were depressed, and we're not Bills fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like even if I wanted the Chiefs to win, I would still like feel bad for the Bills. I'd still be like, "Wow, dude, that sucks."
Yes,
like that is terrible.
Here's the question. Would you rather get blown out 70-0 or would you rather lose like this?
Oh, damn. That's tough.
Yeah.
Would you rather be the Chargers or would you rather be the Bills?
I'd rather be the Bills. The Bills, yeah. I just don't get how the fuck does the best defense in the league get shelled in 13 seconds?
Yes.
That's criminal. That's literally criminal. How do you get shelled in 13 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, that's just defense, right? I mean, that's where the defense has to step up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you see that happen, and then Josh Allen sitting on the sideline. They lose, or I don't know if he was out there for the coin toss. I think he was, and he loses. They lose the coin toss. He's probably got to just be like, "Well, we're fucked."
Well, he said that. He said in an interview, he said, "We pretty much knew that whoever won the coin toss was going to win the game."
Yeah.
I mean, clearly there was
he
four
said,
touchdowns in the last 5 minutes of the game.
He said something about if they would have won the coin toss, they would be the ones celebrating.
They would be celebrating, yes, because the Chiefs were going nuts when they won the toss,
right.
And you knew both teams were thinking the same thing, which is fuck, it's over. Huh.
Wow,
it was a great overtime drive though.
Yeah, don't ever let a girl tell you that 13 seconds is too long.
I like that,
Tyler. We like that.
I like that. Next time I'm clapping, I'm going to nut in 13 seconds. She's going to go, "Oh my fucking God, you nutted in 13 seconds? That was so fast." And I'll say, "Oh, really?" Patrick Mahomes marched 50 yards down the field to secure a game-tying field goal from Harrison Butker with 13 seconds left. And you think that was too quick? I think there wasn't enough time on the clock. I think I should have gone for 10 seconds. I think I should have gone for 9. That's a good one. I'm definitely using that.
Because it happens all the time.
It does happen all the time. Just kidding. My hatred for women keeps me from nutting fast. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's true, guys. I think I do need help. I'm not even kidding.
All right, close out this overtime rules.
What's the clip out? Hating women?
Yeah. Just close it out.
Closing this out, Bills. I'm fucking heartbroken for you, but you know what? I'm also a Chiefs bandwagon, so it's kind of okay for me. But I am heartbroken for you guys. Josh Allen, great game. Gabriel Davis, I will memorialize you in Madden because that's about all I can do for you, bud. And don't ever let a girl tell you that 13 seconds is too quick.
True.
Because if you bust in 13 seconds, you better tell that bitch Patrick Mahomes marched down the fucking field against the best defense in the league and secured a game-time field goal to take him into overtime. So, Suji said, Bills did not support the Chiefs' proposal to change OT rules in 2019 after MVP Mahomes didn't touch the ball and Mahomes beat number 1 secondary. Allen toasted 2 backup corners and no Matthew. Well, in fairness, Sushi, I agree with you that the in 2019, the Chiefs were lobbying to get the overtime rules changed. It wasn't just that. That's kind of cherry picking to say the Bills did not support. Nobody supported the proposal. There was not a single team in the league, or really anybody, who supported the proposal. It didn't even go anywhere. It was like the Chiefs brought it up, and everyone was like, "Shut the fuck up." That's basically.
You think it'll change now?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think the rules are going to change?
There is no league more resistant to change than the NFL. There is no. This is why I always say, like, some of the owners, and you see so much like deep rooted bad shit in the NFL. The NFL has gotta be the most resistant to change league in general. I always think of the comparison to the NBA and the NFL. Where the NBA, you get a lot more personalities out of the NBA. Whereas the NFL truly feels like an ownership thing a little bit more. Feels like the players are just pawns. I was thinking about like how many like just bum NBA players you could just recognize by face. And you like know them and they're like this big figure. And you know exactly what they talk like. You know how they sound. You know what they look like, right? How often do you see like an NFL player interview? And you're like, oh, that's what he looks like. Or, oh, that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you just realize that the NFL just has a really, I think they have a really archaic, old, resistant to change. They refuse to get with the new shit.
Right.
The new media. Like this, you got dudes on Twitter and TikTok and all this shit, and they're just completely oblivious to it. That's just a personal rant, but whatever. Either way, Bills, poop, wiener, fart, and overtime rules, lick my balls. You could use either of those for either of the clip outs. I got you, Chase. Praying Joe Shiesty stops another Chiefs Super Bowl. I would love to see Joe Shiesty do it, bro, but it's not going to happen. It's so weird how I'm rooting against the Chiefs this year. I always want the Chiefs to go. There's nobody I'm rooting against more than Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. 49ers Packers. Let's do it. Fine. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do 49ers Packers. Oh! My whole life, I've hated the Packers. Aaron Rodgers owning Detroit Lions. Right? And it all changes. I think a lot this year, too, is just seeing how funny Aaron Rodgers is. Like, this whole year, it's just been so cool to see him in all these commercials and on the Pat McAfee show. He's funny as fuck. I really like him. Definitely became a dick rider this year. Yeah. Okay, so I want the Packers to succeed.
Well, you've always been riding dick, but just not his.
Well, yeah, I've always been riding Jackson Mahomes' dick.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
I don't know where that joke started, but I have to stop it. Yeah. I have to stop it.
Dude, he's gonna be DMing you here in a second.
Fuck you. It's when I see the Packers get the bye and they're going up against the 49ers, oh my God, lock of the century. I've never been more confident in a team winning a game. Dude, I've never been more confident than a team winning the Super Bowl.
There's got to be so many little clips of me and you saying that, too. Like, dude, there's no way the 49ers are going to beat the Packers, bro. There's no way. All this.
Hate Jimmy Garoppolo.
And what the fuck happened?
You're 11 for 19, 131 yards and an interception. You just won a fucking playoff game against the 1 seed. That's so annoying. Fuck you, dude. Oh. God, you didn't do shit.
Literally, dude.
Bro, you're so fucking handsome, bro. You have it all. You don't need to win this playoff game going 11 for 19, 131 yards and interception. Go to Cancun with a porn star.
Yeah.
Dude, go home. You're playing in Lambeau Field. You never played a game under 32 degrees. You didn't do anything. You never scored a touchdown. Your offense never scored a touchdown at any fucking point in the whole fucking game. Did your offense ever score a touchdown?
I don't fucking
know. Oh my God, Deebo Samuel, your elite wide receiver who's literally groundbreaking, had 3 catches for 44. I'm seething, bro. Dude. I'm so fucking pissed. Oh my God, I'm so pissed.
That's so fucking chapped.
That game was horrible. Okay.
We gotta throw some shade on the Packers offense.
To what degree does Aaron Rodgers deserve blame? How much blame do you give Aaron Rodgers here?
Because 10 points out of the Packers?
And 0 of them came off of an Aaron Rodgers pass. In fairness, this game was solely decided. Okay, we're gonna shit on Aaron Rodgers because he deserves it. So do a lot of players in this team. In fairness, this game was solely decided by Packers special teams.
Yeah.
Do you
They
remember?
sold.
Do you remember? This is like the first time that I looked at you and said, "Holy fuck! I've never seen a special teams unit so bad." Do you remember Packers versus Bears when it was like the game was so high scoring? The Bears were killing the Packers. It was like 20-6,
Yep.
and the Packers went on to score 28 straight points.
Yeah.
There were multiple missed field goals, which we saw at the start of the season when the Packers played the Bengals.
Yeah.
And Crosby just kept missing field goals. There was a punt return in that Bears game. It was not, or it might have been a kick return, but it wasn't even impressive. There were no jukes or broken tackles. It was one of those kick returns where the dude fields it, whips to the left side, and just like the gates of fucking hell opened up for him, and he just walked right through.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are you doing at practice? Like your special teams unit. Special teams is super important. I don't think special teams is not important, but you have very few scenarios to lab. I mean, yeah, you have like your punt, your fake punt, your this, your that, but you have guys who are on the Packers roster solely as special teamers.
Solely
right?
to
That's
go down
all
and
they do.
Tackle the dude that
You go
is
down
catching
on kick return, you tell, you have one objective. This is all you practice.
Yeah.
I can get it if you're like Debo Samuel and you fuck up like a handoff. It's like, okay, dude, you're playing wide receiver and you're playing halfback. You're doing a whole lot of stuff. You have one responsibility. Packers special teams unit has been horrendous. I remember looking at you after that Bears game, and I go, wow, the Bears almost did nothing this whole game, and they still almost beat the Packers off of kick return. Off of like kick returns, punt returns, blocked field goals, all this shit. Packers in this game, 7 points scored on them by Talanoa Hufanga, who is literally on my Wheel of Mutt team because he's a 60 overall bronze in Madden. Yes, he is a rookie. Talanoa Hufanga, there's 7 points. Packers... Was it a field goal blocked or field goal missed? I think it was a field goal blocked. So there's 3 points to give away right there.
Yeah.
Solely decided by special teams.
You got to put blame on the offense too, though. I mean, they did not produce.
I will put blame. It was a very difficult game for any quarterback. 20 for 29, 225 under those conditions, I think is impressive. If it was Jimmy Garoppolo. How many times has Aaron Rodgers played in this weather? He knows exactly how to play in this weather.
Does this show that the 49ers defense is no joke, or is this show that the Packers are just the offense was just fucking trash that day? They just decided to not show up.
I think,
or is the 49ers been slept on?
I will not give the 49ers credit.
The 49ers defense, fuck Jimmy G. He's too handsome to deserve this win.
You're ass. You're ass. No. All right, fine. I will give... Here's the credit that
I
will
fucking
absolutely give. 49ers defensive line is the best defensive line left in the playoffs. I think they are better than the Rams defensive line. They are playing better than the Rams defensive line. I think toe-to-toe, you take Aaron Donald, I think he's better than Nick Bosa. But the 49ers defensive line plays so fucking good. Eric Armstead... Bingo. Eric Armstead's on that 49ers defensive line. They play so good, dude. They were in Rodgers' face. They were making shit very difficult. You know who played really bad, too, is the Packers O-line. Packers O-line had a horrible game.
Yeah.
Horrible game for the Packers O-line. I think Rodgers deserves blame for this being the conditions that he plays in. That's the blame. You can definitely say the weather was difficult from a quarterback, but he's supposed to know that. He also says that in the media all the time. He's like, I love playing in Lambeau when it's snowing.
Right.
Okay, bud. Then maybe throw a touchdown. That'd be cool. Yeah, it was just a depressing way to lose. So let's say there was never the blocked punt return for a touchdown.
Right.
And it was like whatever, the game ended 10-6. It still wouldn't be very impressive for the Packers. You'd still be worried as fuck.
Yeah.
Because it was like, wow, you scored 10 points in Lambeau in the snow.
Not good, dude. Not good.
Ugly. It's just an ugly game.
So, I just thought of this. Packers lose, Titans lose. Both teams coming off buys.
Would you prefer to not be the one
Would you
seed?
prefer to play a game?
I honestly,
it's hard to say
there's a lot
because
of recency bias. Yeah, because we're sitting here looking at the Titans and the Packers who just lost. But I think you do want to play a game. I think you do, especially because let's say you're the 1 seed and you do get to play a game. Let's say they brought in another team and there's an 8th seed.
Right.
You're playing a dog shit team.
Yeah.
If you can't get past the dog shit team, you don't deserve to be in.
The argument would just be that, I mean, there's always a chance, but if someone got hurt.
you'd be like, oh, there should be a bye. Yes.
Right. Yes.
I guess the real argument is we wouldn't be having this conversation if Green Bay won and the Titans won.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think this game was just sad. It was just so sad to watch the Packers do this. But I think the Titans just had a bad beat, honestly, because the Bengals just continuously outperformed themselves, I think. The Bengals just keep fucking showing up.
Yes.
I still think the Titans were a better football team there, but I also thought the Bengals would win, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite here. I think Packers are a million times better than the 49ers, and they still found a way to lose.
Right.
Oh, so frustrating, bro. This game pissed me off. Fuck you, Jimmy G. Go to Cancun, bud.
All right.
Either way, yeah, that's Packers 49ers. Depressing loss here. I guess the next question is where's Mr. Rogers going?
Yeah, that's.
I don't think he's
another
in Green
question.
Bay anymore.
He made a comment. He said if they're going to be rebuilding or something, he doesn't want to be a part of it, which makes sense because he's probably doesn't have too much longer in the league.
I agree.
But shit, dude. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Where would he be nasty?
Where would he go?
Well, you have to assume that
Lions.
I think there's like the teams that I think he should go to. I don't really know what he's thinking, but I think the teams that are one super good quarterback away from being elite are the Denver Broncos and the Saints. I don't know what their cap space looks like. I don't even know if it's possible for them to get him, but imagine Aaron Rodgers on the Saints right now.
Yeah.
Or imagine Aaron Rodgers on the Denver Broncos.
Tom Brady retires. He goes to Tampa. Imagine.
That's not the worst idea in the world. Imagine being a Tampa fan, dude. Oh my God. You're just getting slurped off for no reason. You didn't even do anything. You just have this nasty fucking team. Also, it's the first time in 12 years. It's the first time in 12 years that Brady and Rodgers have not been in a championship game.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
It was always one of the two of them ended up there.
Wow.
Niners, Packers.
Yeah.
Fuck. So upset about this.
Saints
need a receiver. I think teams needing a receiver is a completely overrated take. I mean, if you really look at the greatest dynasty of all time, it's the New England Patriots. At least in recent years, it probably still is one of the greatest dynasties of all time. Who the fuck do they have? Wes Welker? Julian Edelman? Julian Edelman is a homeless man on the street on any other team. Danny Amendola? All right, I am aggressively flaming them. They are good wide receivers.
Yes.
But you're smoking that fucking Tampa Bay pack. You're smoking that Rob Gronkowski pack. If you think the three white receivers that Brady has, like Chris Hogan, I just think needing a good wide receiver is completely overrated. That shit, they didn't do shit for the Cardinals. Cardinals had one of the most stacked wide receiver rooms I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Didn't do shit for him. D-Hop, Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore, AJ Green. That's nasty. Zach Ertz, too, now. I guess if you consider
it's just all about the motor.
You got to have a lot of grit. Yeah, the fuck the Rams got. Rams got Cooper Kupp. You're telling me Cooper Kupp's the most talented wide receiver in the league? You're smoking that fucking white boy pack. You're smoking that grit pack. They can literally, good NFL quarterbacks can make anybody look good. And most NFL wide receivers are equally as talented as each other. There are a few wide receivers in the league who are like significantly different than them.
Like stand out.
Yes, he had Randy Moss. He didn't have Randy Moss for a significant part of the dynasty, though. A significant part of the dynasty, he did not have Randy Moss.
Yeah.
For the majority of his dynasty, his primary wide receiver was Julian Edelman. Yeah. I think I am taller than Julian Edelman.
Very true.
Cooper Kupp is a good family man. I'd let him date my daughter. He's got a high motor.
Let's go. Let's talk about this fucking game, dude. This game was fucking insane.
Matthew Stafford, the real GOAT, exposes Tom Fraudy. Tom Poverty Brady heads home to kiss his kids on the lips. Just kidding. You know what's funny, though? Actually, as soon as Tom Brady went to Tampa, I became a huge fan. I fucking love Tom Brady now. I hated him on New England.
Just because of it was New England.
Bro. They just threw me. I don't know. Something about New England just kind of pissed me off. I think it's how a lot of people feel about the Cowboys.
Well, it's just like how you hate Mac Jones for no reason.
Mac Jones is gonna get traded like Miami. He's gonna become like Mac Shiesty, like Joe Burrow, and I'm gonna be like a bandwagoner for sure. I have realized I'm such a fucking bandwagon. I have no loyalty at all. Either way, Rams, Buccaneers. 30-27. This is literally the greatest weekend of football we've ever had.
Seriously.
I've never seen such an amazing weekend of football.
Yeah.
This game was so sick, too, because I was on a plane headed back to Phoenix when this game was on.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was, number one, it's 2 minutes behind Twitter, so I couldn't go on Twitter because it's on a plane. It's not like it's like super
spot on.
No latency, right? But my whole plane, the whole fucking plane was watching this game.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, holy shit. When Matthew Stafford threw that final pass to Cooper Kupp to get down the field and they're running up to spike it, my whole plane's like, whoa! Everybody's freaking the fuck out. And you can hear, like, the 5 guys who all bet Buccaneers money line. We're like, fuck! Literally everybody, dude. You got, like, little 7-year-olds sitting in their seats who, like, actually put down their Nintendo Switches to watch this game. I am not kidding. The whole plane was watching it. It was so cool. I was, like, 2 airplane shooters deep. Just crying my heart out for Matthew Stafford. Put up some questionable tweets at that moment. Either way, I mean, like, again, this is what I say about the Gabriel Davis thing. Nobody in the history books will know that the fucking Rams almost sold a 27-3 lead.
Yeah.
And they were damn close.
That was
to it, too.
so close, dude.
The history books don't see that shit.
Yeah, and like we talked about, what was going through their head running Cam Akers
Yes.
at the end there. You know?
So questionable. I really do not understand this. Okay, so the Rams draft Cam Akers. It was clear that he was a stud. It was clear that he was going to be a very good running back, okay? But Cam Akers tears his Achilles last season, has hardly touched the football in real game scenarios. I think the first, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I think the first real game scenario where Cam Akers actually had a touch was last playoff game. He was already averaging dog shit yards on an insane amount of volume. This is Derrick Henry volume, 24 carries, and you have 48 yards. You're averaging 2 yards a carry. He already had fumbled in the first half.
Yep.
Number one, if I'm McVay, well, let me backtrack. If I was Bruce Arians or Bill Belichick, Cam Akers doesn't even play in this game. Sony Michel should have been, in my opinion, the starting back for this game from the jump. Cam Akers is 22. He does not have this experience. He wasn't averaging good yards, and he already fumbled. So you pull him in the second half, and Sony Michel plays the rest of the game. I think Cam Akers is a more talented back currently than Sony Michel. I think Cam Akers is better from just a pure running back standpoint. Cam Akers is really fucking good.
Right.
But Sony Michel has played in Super Bowls before. He understands the game scenario, the situation. Mm-hmm. And you're not looking for a gigantic chunk play. You're chewing the clock.
Yeah.
So at the end there, when Cam Akers was literally, as soon as they handed it off to Cam Akers on his first run, he didn't fumble on his first run. He fumbled on his second run when they were chewing the clock. As soon as they handed it off to him, I said, why the fuck is Cam Akers in the game? Mm-hmm. He should not be in the game. Sony Michel should be in the game. Next handoff, Cam Akers trying to make some big play out of nothing because he's a young, inexperienced running back. That's okay. I understand. Fumbles the ball.
That was such a big turning point.
As soon as that happened, too, you're like, fuck, I know the Buccaneers are going to score.
I thought, yeah. For sure. I was like, dude, Tom Brady's going to win this shit. I thought it was over right there. I thought it was over.
It was really the weekend of defenses selling with no time on the clock. Because what was the Buccaneers defense there at the end? How do you let the Triple Crown, what some people would say, what most people should be saying, the best wide receiver in football right now, Cooper Kupp, how does he end up in single coverage, running a streak down the middle of the field on the final play of the game?
You got to be so fucking furious if you're the Bucs.
I just don't understand what their game plan was.
No.
And I don't think they had timeouts, so they were incapable of, I guess, resetting their defense or making any adjustments, but you're telling me you don't have a high safety?
Yeah, you should just
to
be
prevent
playing.
That?
Yeah.
You should be in cover 3, cover 4.
Yeah, that was
They
such
were
a
man.
sell. Such a sell.
I just couldn't believe it.
Stafford was on one too. He had a fucking game, dude.
Yeah.
He was slinging.
That last throw was such a beauty.
He was slinging.
You know how fucking excited he was? He got a big ass playoff win for Stafford. Yeah, Stafford has a lot of fans right now. He has all of LA and all of Detroit cheering him on.
And Odell popping off too just shows how shitty Baker Mayfield is.
Baker Mayfield is poverty.
Like,
as fuck.
Wow.
Odell had a really good game.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? He took his whole salary in Bitcoin. Did you know that? So he took his whole salary in Bitcoin.
What the fuck, really?
I don't know, because he's Odell. He
Yeah.
wants to do some weird shit, right? Well, when he took his whole salary in Bitcoin, it was valued at, I think, $58,000 per Bitcoin. It's at 33 right now. So unless he cashed out, which I don't think he would have, just lost half his fucking salary.
Jesus.
To the cosmos. Crypto re! I'm so glad crypto's tanking, so all these fucking crypto idiots can shut the fuck up. I lost my whole life savings on crypto. I'm just kidding. The Buccaneers really lost this game themselves for sure. You shouldn't need to be in a position where you're coming back 27-3.
Right.
Especially now with Tom Brady at the helm. I think this was a very lackluster game for Tom Brady. It's funny though you say that and like people really, people are so excited to shit on Tom Brady, right? Mm-hmm. He still played a really good game. I mean, 329, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 30 for 54 is not that good. It's not a Tom Brady stat line, but it's a billion times better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Jimmy Poverty Garoppolo. Mike Evans, great game. Gronk, great game. Run game, very solid. Playoff Lenny, baby. 2 touchdowns. He played a really good game.
Not too
I was happy
shabby.
to see him back. This game was really like it never should have been a game with how much of a lead the Rams had. It's almost like they were trying to lose.
Yeah, 2 huge penalties, one by Ndamukong Suh, and one by Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Really flipped the switch.
That's true.
Fucked them in both scenarios.
And he's like, Ndamukong Suh is always known for getting a lot of penalties under Trump.
Yes.
So, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But Tom Brady's not that guy.
No.
That's very uncharacteristic of him. But we talked about this last time. We were saying, how bad is it going to be without the offensive line and the wide receivers? No Antonio Brown.
True.
No Tristan Wirfs. I think that was this is a very banged up Buccaneers team. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have to end up throwing to Scotty Miller in a real game time situation, your team is banged up.
Yeah.
This deep in the playoffs.
Got sacked 3 times. He was pressured a lot.
A lot.
He was.
Oh my God. I've never seen him throw so poorly. Honestly.
No, yeah.
He was just under fucking fire, dude.
Dude, and how do you still win with 4 fumbles?
That's just embarrassing. This is this is what we were talking about before. Remember when James Robinson got benched by Urban Meyer for fumbling in the first half? And everyone's up in arms. You can't bench your running back for fumbling one time. I get it. Urban Meyer's a fucking idiot, okay? So I'm not defending Urban Meyer. But in this scenario, and in most scenarios, I actually agree. Especially if it's a young running back. If you pull that motherfucker. If you got Sony Michel sitting on the bench, fully loaded, ready to go, and Cam Akers has already fumbled, yoink him. Don't put him back in.
Right.
I have no idea what McVay was thinking. Hey, you got the win, so who fucking cares? But I think McVay and the whole Rams organization knows this. Do not be surprised at all. I truly believe this. Do not be surprised at all if in the championship, the NFC, right? NFC Championship against the 49ers, Sony Michel is the starting running back. I will not be shocked even a little bit. He also has been doing some questionable shit anyway, so whatever. 30-27, good-ass game. And Rams bandwagon continues. They're going to fucking shit on Jimmy G. Oh my God, it's going to be a blowout. The NFC Championship, you will never see an NFC Championship that is such a blowout. Rams by 1 million, lock it in. I actually have the Rams winning by 24 points or more. Wow. I believe it. Oh my God.
We'll talk about that more next stream before the game. All right.
The Niners have not lost to the Rams in 6 straight games. I don't give a finna.
I've seen that. We'll talk about that next stream before
I'll talk about that when Jimmy G is literally in Cancun at the point start. Bengals Titans next?
Sure. Yeah. It's just a little recaps.
Joey Brrr. Is it getting cold in here, Chase?
Yeah, I just all of a sudden felt it.
In here. Joe Shiesty. Woo! He's back in blood, baby. Yeah, I think we'll have to see. We need a bigger sample size with how many teams get buys, as we see NFL playoffs game in the future. But if we're sitting here next year at the exact same time of year and both the 1 seeds lost again, then I think we got to go back to the drawing board.
I guess
this game is different. This game is different. The Titans, like we were saying, I think they just have to be the most overrated 1 seed I've ever seen in my whole life. Well, not overrated, or the most underwhelming 1 seed I've ever seen in my whole life. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody had the Titans going to the Super Bowl. I've never seen a prediction where someone was like, Titans to the Super Bowl. Titans to the Super Bowl. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Other than in my chat, but those guys are fucking idiots, so it doesn't matter. I've never seen it. And yet they're the 1 seed. I mean, you think to yourself, it should be the 1 seed versus the 1 seed. That's what a standard prediction would be.
Right.
No, it was Packers versus Chiefs or Packers versus Bills. And that's the 2 and the 3 seed.
Right.
So it's just kind of funny. So, yeah, I mean, Titans, you've got Derrick Henry back. And I did say this last stream. I don't think I'm a genius, but I said there's no fucking way that Ryan Tannehill is going to a Super Bowl. I'm sorry. It's not happening. And Ryan Tannehill single-handedly lost that game for the Titans.
He had 3 interceptions, bro.
He really did. Yeah, there was a lot of tip passes, a lot of interceptions that sometimes in the regular season they do fall to the ground. But if you're throwing such a tight contested pass that it's going to get tipped by the defender, then it probably was not the correct read. Sometimes you do have to throw contested. But this was not the scenario. 1 touchdown on a Wildcat for Derrick Henry. Good to see A.J. Brown monster game. I can't wait to see A.J. Brown continue to succeed. I love A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
5 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. They have an immense amount of success, the Titans do, when they just feed A.J. Brown.
Yeah, dude, they only got 4 receivers involved. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And one of them was Chester Rogers. L+ ratio. Yeah, 19-16. So exciting. McPherson, the kicker, had that super fucking savage quote. Did you see it?
Oh, wait. Before he kicked it, he went up to Joe Burrow and was like, we're going to the...
I guess we're going to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, that's
what a fucking savage, bro. I love this team.
Is he a rookie,
so
too?
Young. He's a rookie. This team is so young. Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, if they
awesome.
can all stay together, they're going to be a menace.
Mm-hmm. It's really, I think, most impressive takeaway from the Bengals, really whole season, which is still continuing, is that their offensive line continues to block well for Joe Mixon. Many people at the start of the season and even now would still say that the Bengals O-line is so shit. He got sacked 9 fucking times.
I was just going to look at that, yeah.
That O-line is shit. I have no idea. I don't know if it's just schematics or if it's some NFL, wizardry that goes over my head that I don't understand. But I don't know how Joe Mixon averages so many yards per carry. He always has good games. And yet, this is the shittiest offensive line in the league? I don't know how that's possible if he's continuing to average 4 yards a carry. 4 yards a carry as a running back is great in the NFL. You get 4 yards a carry, you win every game. 1 touchdown.
That just shows how cold-blooded Joe Burr is, baby.
Joe Burrow at the start of the season.
Getting sacked 9 times.
I thought he had a high motor and grit, but...
No.
I would not let him date my daughter.
No.
This guy
He's
has
a
no
menace.
grit. He's a menace.
He pulls up to the fucking post conference with those Cartier buffs on or whatever the fuck
He's got
they
them
were.
pink Cartiers.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's a menace.
Honestly.
He's a menace.
He probably does not have a good credit score, if I'm being honest.
Jamar Chase is down there somewhere, baby. Just fucking
Fuck it.
heaves that
Jamar
bitch.
Chase down there somewhere.
Yay!
Joe Burrow's the next Andrew Luck. I think the difference is the Bengals 1,000% will be making significant moves to get offensive line. I don't think the Bengals organization is blind to the fact that they need offensive line.
I don't think they need any more skill players.
This guy said Burrow could date my wife. I love it. Hear me out. Adams is gone. I could see Adams landing in Las Vegas. Plus, Adams has been talking how he wants to play with Renfro, and Adams will be a nasty to it. I hear it. I do not think it's very realistic for Devontae Adams, though. I'd be really, really, really shocked if Devontae Adams went to Vegas. I would be really shocked if Devontae Adams was no longer on the Packers. I think if anyone's not on the Packers, it's Aaron Rodgers. But I think Devontae Adams would get either franchise tagged or supermaxed by the Packers. And then he'll get a mediocre quarterback, and he won't produce nearly as much, which will be depressing. But that's just how it goes. Why do I hate the Niners? I hate the Niners. That's all I can say. fuck Jimmy G. You're so handsome, bro.
This one's good, baby.
Yes, sir.
I think we got them all. We got all these games.
Good. Can you please pull up Antonio Brown's Twitter?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
My alarm keeps going off. We gotta
yes, I'll do it right now.
Did you put that in the things too? Is everything good with that?
In the description?
In the description.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Okay, we're all good.
All right, before we go anywhere else, boys, it's sellout season. Just kidding. Either way, I don't know. Did any of you guys bet on these games? I refrained from betting. I did a good job, but I was wondering if any of you guys bet. If I did bet this week, 1,000%, I would have bet on Bills' money line. And my heart, I think I would have had a palpitation. I think I would have had a seizure. Me and Chase went and watched that Chiefs-Bills game in a bar, and it was amazing. There were so many, both Chiefs and Bills fans. There's a lot of random people in Arizona. If you go to Michigan, you'll randomly find fans of other teams. You'll always just find Lions fans. That's kind of it. But here, we go to this bar, and half the bar is KC, half the bar is Bills. So it didn't go well. Yeah, that was. Unless you bet the over, that game was. Even if you bet the over, that game was kind of sketchy until the fourth quarter. Like there was a long time where it looked like the under was gonna hit, and then no. When I do the girl bracket fight, we still do need to do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've just been so busy. There's like so much NFL stuff
so
going
much
on
shit
right
going
now.
on, dude.
We'll probably do that when we get less busy. We'll get that when the NFL season slows down and we start doing random shit.
Yep.
But either way, if you are betting this week, definitely bet with DraftKings Sportsbook. They're giving all new players a deposit bonus up to $1,000 in free credits with their first deposit. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and check out all that they have to offer, including same-game parlays, player props, live betting, and so much more. If Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still do the DraftKings Fantasy app, like the Daily Fantasy Pickers. That is super fun. They're offering millions of dollars in total prizes every single week. There's a link in the top of the description. Follow the directions there. Click the link. Get butt naked. I love you so much, DraftKings Sportsbook. Thank you so much for sponsoring this live stream. And we're getting the sellout emotes. Guys, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at not committing a felony every time we go live because I am supposed to talk about that every single time, and I always forget. Also, use Sleeper. Sleeper doesn't make me say it every single time, but I do fucking love Sleeper, so you should definitely check out Sleeper. It's the best fantasy app in the world. Next year, when we're doing mock drafts, it's going to be with all you guys, so you're definitely going to want the Sleeper app on your phone. Are you ready for some Antonio Brown nonsense?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here scrolling through his shit, and there's just a lot of shit going on here, dude.
Such a fuckhead.
I don't really know. Oh my god, those twos are menaces.
Yeah,
But, okay,
yeah. You could just pull this up.
Yeah,
pull this up on screen.
I will.
All right, boys. The next thing we want to talk about, Antonio Brown has a tweet with 318,000 likes. That is viral. That's big time.
Yeah.
He's out here. So, it's actually kind of fucking funny.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
Bucks eliminated. Okay. I have an interesting question. How do you think this affects his ability to play for another team in the NFL? Do you think it even does? Does this matter? Or is this going to give him the Kaepernick effect, I guess is the question.
Right.
Or Kaepernick was kind of falling off, and then he was also kind of a locker room issue. And I'm not going to get into the whole politics side of it. But it was clear that he might have been able to play for a team. But I don't think a team wanted to take the risk on him.
I think
that's how I felt about Kaepernick.
I don't know if it's harder to relate them to because I think Antonio Brown's way better.
Currently, yes. Antonio Brown.
Kaepernick.
Brown is still really
right. So at that point, I don't think he was much of a loss.
He wasn't. He was better than some bench QBs.
Yes,
though. There were teams who could have benefited better from Kaepernick than like the Saints. Like he's better than Ian Book right now.
Before we've started doing a lot of NFL stuff together, I would have said there's no way he gets on a team, but you have made me realize that NFL teams don't really give a fuck
if
about
you're really
shit.
good at football, they don't fucking care.
Yeah, so
they really don't. I mean, there are so many players you can think of. I mean, fucking Ray Lewis. Yeah. Oh my God, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Michael Vick went through all of that and then came back to football after.
Yeah.
And there are worse and worse and worse stories with less prolific players, like players that weren't even that impactful. I mean, you think of Ray Lewis, one of the greatest of all time. You think of Michael Vick, one of the greatest of all time.
Right.
Those are just actual GOATs, one of the GOATs. But I mean, there's Richie Incognito. Richie Incognito, the guard right now for the Raiders, I believe. He threatened to kill his wife. What happened with Richie Incognito?
What the fuck?
Do you guys know the story I'm talking about? It was something insane happened with Richie Incognito. He wanted to. Oh my God. Okay, this is absolutely fucking insane. Okay, this story. Okay, actually, this is I don't want to say trigger warning because I don't want to sound like a huge pussy. Mm-hmm. But this story's fucked up, guys. So if you're not ready to hear some shit, click off.
Mute.
Yeah, just mute it. Police report. Richie Incognito wanted to cut off his dead father's head at funeral home. The
Jesus
former
Christ.
Bills, I believe he used to play for the Bills. He's very good. Mm-hmm. And now I believe he plays for the Raiders. Either way, the former Bills offensive lineman wanted to procure his father's head in order to research it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
The latest Richie Incognito saga continues to take darker twists at each turn, with new information being revealed. The latest piece of information stemming from Incognito's run-in at a funeral home is the darkest. The former Bills offensive lineman wanted to cut his deceased father's head off. He was detained and arrested at a Scottsdale, Arizona funeral home.
Wait, what? Did you know that?
I didn't know until right now. Me and Chase literally
What
live in
the fuck?
Scottsdale,
We live
Arizona,
here.
where, well, Richie Incognito is looking to behead you.
Nice.
If you're interested, so you can study your brain.
I guess I would want him on my team.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to do that. I was going to make a really bad joke. I'm not doing it. Where his father's funeral was being held earlier this week, at various points of his time at the funeral home, he threatened to return his car, get guns out of the car, and shoot employees of the funeral home if they didn't allow him access to the proceedings and his father's body.
Wow.
Richie Incognito, okay? And Richie Incognito, after that incident, is no longer with the Bills. And he gets signed by the Raiders. And it gets swept under the rug. You've never heard that story. No. I bet half of chat has never heard that story. And he's playing football again. So, this begs a second question. If you are a good teammate in the locker room, but you do something outside of football that's really bad, it's definitely clear that NFL teams don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I think when you kind of bring politics and actual drama into it, I think that is when teams give a fuck. Because if you were to compare them like head to head, okay, Richie Incognito, that shit is horrifying.
Right.
That is horrifying. That screams a little bit of, potentially some mental health issues. I don't want to throw that word out there as if I know what I'm talking about, because I don't.
Yeah.
But I think most people could look at that scenario and say, okay, most people wouldn't do that. That's pretty weird. That's horrible compared to what Antonio Brown has done. What Antonio Brown has done is be a drama queen. And that's it. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't committed any fucking crimes.
Yeah.
Really hasn't done that bad of shit. He's acted unprofessional in multiple settings. So if you compare them head to head, what Richie Incognito did is way worse, and yet he gets signed in a heartbeat. And we're really questioning if a team is willing to take a risk for Antonio Brown right now. So I think, number one, it's just an interesting dynamic that NFL teams give way more of a shit about your on-field antics than your off-field antics. You know, they'll hire fucking rapists and felons. They'll just sign him to their team.
Right.
But if you do some Antonio Brown, Colin Kaepernick shit, you're fucking blackballed from the league. I don't think Antonio Brown is going to get blackballed. I think he would get picked up by a team. But imagine seeing this as another NFL head coach.
Yeah.
You're telling me Bruce Arians is a bad example because Bruce Arians is the one who fired him. Bruce Arians is the first guy I'd think of where he would see this shit on like Twitter and he'd be like, fuck no. Or I think Belichick's another good example. Belichick would see this shit and be like, no, he's not playing for us.
True.
There's a lot of coaches in the league who would look at this and say, I don't give a fuck. And then there's coaches in the league who would look at this and be like, I don't give a fuck. He's going to win me a football game.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Would you want him on your team?
It just depends what type of coach you are. It depends how much of a shit you get. It depends how deep in the season is. I would late season add Antonio Brown as a weapon for the playoffs. I would not have him around for preseason. I would not have him in OTAs. I would not have him for the regular season.
Can you technically sign a player like whenever?
The Rams just signed Eric Weddle.
Yeah, so
There is a cutoff. I don't think you can sign before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Maybe you can, but no, the Rams literally just got Eric Weddle. Just randomly.
wow. So like, could the say the Rams go to the Super Bowl and they're like, hey, Antonio Brown, we'll sauce you $200K if you want to hop on the team for the Super Bowl.
I think there has to be a cutoff.
That's what I'm saying. I would think so, but
Chad, do you guys know what the rules are surrounding that? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. And if you go through the rest of his Twitter, let's go through the rest of his Twitter. Dude.
Yeah,
He's fucking wilding out.
Yeah, so
I mean, you're shitting on your former team, but for what? Like,
he tags Bruce Arians in this. What is this about?
Antonio Brown was low key right about everything. He's tagging Bruce Arians, saying Bruce Arians is a barbarian.
Yep. What's this? Is this Juju?
He's just making fun of Juju.
And then
I guess
what's going on here?
The Raiders organization was just fucking fucked. I don't get the point about Juju though. I think he's just being a dick, or he's just a meme. He's just fucking memeing. So whatever. Don't get it twisted. See, this is so weird though. Are you like I mean, maybe he's just like dicking around, but you're gonna tweet out publicly like, "Don't get it twisted. I love my team. I love my teammates. It was literally just the team is handling the situation." And then you're gonna tweet out your own team.
Bucks eliminated.
You're gonna make fun of your own fucking team on Twitter. Well,
right.
Not your own team anymore, but
yeah.
Nobody was happier about the Buccaneers' loss than Antonio Brown.
I guess not, dude.
He was fuming though when like Scotty Miller was catching passes.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Did Bruce Arians get in trouble for this?
Yeah, he got fined. He got fined like $50K.
Oof.
He got fined a pretty decent amount.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd be mad if a football coach ever did that to me. I think some people
what Bruce
I think
Arians?
people.
No,
I think
I
anybody
wouldn't.
who has played football doesn't think that's weird. And anybody who has not played football thinks what Bruce Arians did is super unprofessional.
Yeah, you're just super fucking soft if you think that is
You are soft. Yeah, but you can't. I mean, you can't assume that everybody who watches and loves football has played football.
true. Right.
But if a coach came up to me and smacked the fuck out of me, like, I probably deserved it.
yeah, exactly.
And also, yeah,
he was
like,
probably
that's
doing some
football.
dumb shit.
He
was
was doing
probably
some dumb shit.
he was
He
probably
almost got-
saying some bad shit.
No, you can get a penalty for what he's trying to do. He's trying to pull the pile apart himself. You can't do that. It's a penalty.
Okay.
So Bruce Arians is saying, no, you fucking idiot. Don't do that. You're going to get a penalty. I don't have a personal problem at all with what Bruce Arians did.
So where do you think he would go if a team picks him up, Antonio Brown?
Well, there was a jersey swap in that reply, which was the Saints. People are talking
that.
about, the Saints. I think for Antonio Brown, especially, really, I think the only reason he ended up on the Buccaneers is because Tom Brady really likes him. That's why he was on the Patriots the year prior. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was basically like a Tom Brady calling him. I think what Antonio Brown is going to need to get on another team is somebody he knows wants to play with him, or he reaches out to somebody he knows and asks about the potential.
Like the Lamar Jackson thing.
That's fucking crazy. Pull up Lamar's Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this. But Lamar Jackson was hinting at some shit. This is a team that I could very actually realistically see Antonio Brown going to.
100%.
Did he delete it? I screenshotted it.
It's right here,
It's
right?
right here. It's right here.
Yeah.
So, you can see inside the quoted tweet here. Antonio Brown went on I Am Athlete and said he's ready to play with Lamar Jackson. Lamar quote tweets it with the devil emoji. I could totally see this team. I can see Harbaugh. Harbaugh is a ballsy coach. I think he's, as far as coaches in the league go, he's pretty fucking cool. I like Harbaugh a lot. I think Harbaugh is the type of coach that would accept a guy like Antonio Brown. Harbaugh has already proven that he's willing to do a lot of unorthodox things to win. I mean, if you look at what he's built with Antonio Brown, or not with Antonio Brown, what he's built with Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Lamar Jackson won the Heisman and was still taking the 32nd pick. Most teams in the current NFL meta have kind of abandoned the scrambler quarterback, the true like Mike Vick quarterback. You've got Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes who can still run, but it's kind of like this heavy pass 5 wide meta now. And he still does it. He gets that read option, super QB shit done.
Yeah, someone in chat said AB and Hollywood are related. Is that true?
I think you're full of shit. Both their last names are Brown.
I mean, they're working out together right here. I mean, that doesn't mean they're
Are
related.
Marquise Brown and Antonio Brown related? Marquise Brown is the younger cousin of wide receiver Antonio Brown.
Wow. Yeah, they are cousins. Yep.
What
Chat's
the
saying that. Holy fuck. That's kind of big, honestly.
Dude, there's a picture here on Google Images. It's Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, and Antonio Brown. So first thing that came
Yeah,
up.
well, this like right here, this clip is all of them working out together.
Oh,
There's
well, that was last
Hollywood.
year. That was last year.
Yeah, but it's just showing that they already have like a relationship. Like they're already friends.
I think if I was a betting man, and I have an addiction, I think Antonio Brown's best landing spot right now is Baltimore. I don't see why not. Baltimore they need it. I do not like, actually, let me take that back. I fucking hate Baltimore's wide receiver group. Marquise Brown is very inconsistent. He's a very good wide receiver when he's very good, and he's actual dog water when he's not.
Yeah.
Super inconsistent.
Yep.
They've got, I think, Bateman and Duvernay, who I think are both mediocre at best, and Andrews obviously is very good. They need an Antonio Brown. I would
That
like to
shit
see
would be
that.
fucking insane.
Although I think what Baltimore needs is a meaty wide receiver. I think if you get Antonio Brown,
Right.
you kind of just get another Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
I think what the Ravens would really benefit from is like Kenny Galladay, a Detroit Lions Kenny Galladay, not Giants.
They need
Kenny
like a
Galladay.
Mike Evans type.
A Mike Evans, yes. But whatever. I mean, not that it matters. Not that you can't really play God. This would be really fucking cool to see.
That would be sick.
And look who's trending, Jackson Mahomes. Don't click
here.
on it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to see it.
All right.
Sammy Watkins? Oh, I kind of forgot about Sammy Watkins. Low key. It's weird to me for Sammy Watkins to be a Raven. I just see Sammy Watkins as a Bill, always. He was on the Chiefs last year, though, too, wasn't he? Wasn't it Bills, Chiefs, Ravens for Sammy Watkins?
They're just saucing him around.
He really is getting tossed. He's getting tossed around like my girlfriend. Wait. What? What did I just say? Jackson Mahomes poured water on more fans. Wasn't it Brittany?
Yeah, I seen that.
Just spraying champagne on everybody?
I seen that. Like, what are you doing?
They're like extra special delusional. The thing about them that I don't get is like, they use social media, right?
Right.
Like, do you think it's one of those things where you tell somebody to do something so they do the opposite? Because I feel like in their scenario, they should totally know that everyone really is frustrated with them and is really, really frustrated with them.
Yeah.
And hates them, really, is probably the best way to put it. Seems a majority of the NFL community kind of fucking hates both of them. Jackson Mahomes.
Dude, Barstool like tweeted out, it's like, please, Lord, something about like
ban them from the
like
games.
Yeah, like these people suck.
I just don't get it. They're just so delusional.
What is chat saying?
What'd you say, Chase?
I don't know. What did I say? Do I have a girl? What? You talking about Meags? Are you saying
I said my girl got passed around, so they said AO Chase.
Okay.
Any publicity is good publicity for them, I guess, but I don't. I always hear that any publicity is good publicity, but that is very mentally taxing. Like, yeah, you're right. Even if you're being talked about from a business perspective, that's good, but wouldn't it suck so bad to just know that everybody hates you? Wouldn't it give you anxiety walking into an NFL stadium and people actually boo you because they hate you so much and you're not even a player?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the risk to reward is worth it. Being hated by everybody just to get publicity, I would be miserable. That's worth it. I mean, it's nice if you get a comeback. Debo Team of the Year card. Oh, I saw, baby. I'm a fucking stud. I called that shit. But yeah, that's it for here. I think I had something else in here. AB tweet, OT percentages. Yes, I had that.
Yeah, email me whatever. Oh yeah, I see these.
Oh no, I think we already have all of that.
We'll just check this too.
What's that?
It says check this too.
Oh, it's my own tweet. Oh yeah. Actually, go to that if you could. It's the one you can go on right on my profile, and it says the NFL used this clip on countless commercials. You'll have to scroll way down because I'd be tweeting, bro.
Holy shit, bro!
I was just fucking pissed this weekend, and happy. There are lots of things that are happy. Keep going. It's in quotes. Keep going. That one was a banger. Keep going. It was January 22nd at 3 p.m. Bingo. If you can click on the outside, actually, click on my tweet. Bingo. Okay. This is the next thing I want to talk about. I'm really frustrated with how the NFL does this. I don't know if it's like the two heads of this dragon are not communicating with each other. It's not a very good analogy, but here's what happened. If you want to click on the Tom Pelissero tweet. So it'd be the tweet inside the tweet. Yeah, click on that. So the NFL fined Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill $12,875 for unsportsmanlike conduct when he was using the cheerleaders' pom-poms to celebrate his touchdown in the game against the Steelers. Do you remember when that happened? When he scored and grabbed the pom-poms and he was just fucking goofing around? Okay. There was no flag thrown on the field. They fined the dude $13,000. And then they used that clip in every fucking commercial promoting the playoffs. Do you remember seeing all those big hype up montages that you always see on ESPN or CBS and all that shit where it's like, yo, the playoffs, and it's always like really well edited, it's got sick music.
Yeah.
The amount of fucking times that I saw the Tyreek Hill pom-pom celebration on that, okay, I just don't get it. There's somebody at the NFL signing off on the commercial. The NFL wants other people to see how fun the league is and all these cool celebrations and shit. They use it all the time. And yet you're still allowed to fine him for it, except you're going to use him doing it for your benefit. And you're also going to charge him $13,000 for doing it. What the fuck?
That's ridiculous.
It actually makes no sense. So I don't know if it's like my theory, if I'm going to defend the NFL here, is it's two completely different bodies. Like two different bodies of the beast. Like the PR teams for the NFL and the media teams for the NFL, they wish it wasn't a fine. Mm-hmm. But I think it's the deep-rooted archaic. It'd be the deep-rooted archaic part of the NFL that doesn't want any change at all.
Right, the old fuckheads.
The old fuckheads
yes.
who really still make the calls in the NFL.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people say to themselves, why do these old fuckheads have any say? Because they have all the money. This is why they have a say. Those guys would love if these dudes would score, set the ball down, and walk off like a fucking robot. It's so stupid.
Why do they fine them for this? Like,
I don't get fining them because if it's not a penalty on the field, what unsportsmanlike conduct? How is that unsportsmanlike? You should be able to celebrate after a touchdown. I get excessive celebrating or flagrant celebrating, like Randy Moss's moon celebration.
Yeah.
I get fining them for that. You know, there are like young kids who watch the NFL, but this was like a cute little dance with the cheerleaders.
Right.
Fucking cool. I thought
Yeah.
it was awesome. I don't know. It is the old whites, bro. The old-ass white dudes in the NFL completely ruin it. I cannot wait till they all die off. This is why COVID was engineered, to kill off the old-ass white dudes in the NFL.
Tyreek got fined more than Donald.
Yeah, there's no continuity in the way that they find these players. It's just so fucking dumb. You're openly saying players can't do this. It's unsportsmanlike. Here's a $13,000 fine. Also, we're going to use this to promote the league. Get fucked.
That's really ridiculous.
Just
I don't
get fucked.
understand that.
It's so stupid. Either way, he did not get a taunting for throwing up the peace sign.
Oh, he didn't?
He did not get a taunting in that game. They didn't throw a penalty.
And they flagged him before for that.
He's gotten fined so many times for that.
So,
He might get fined. He might get fined like after the fact.
Yeah.
But usually they throw a flag on the field right then and there, which he has gotten thrown a flag on for right then and there before.
Right.
What I thought was funny about that, though, was someone made a hilarious point. They're like, technically, it's not taunting because he threw up the peace sign before he had passed the guy. So it was more of a challenge, you know? It was more of a like, can you catch me?
You just know you're so fucking fast, dude. Like,
if this guy actually has a yard or two on you
Yeah.
and you are peace signing him, that's so fucked up. That was savage as fucked up. Watching that live, I was like, damn.
yeah, didn't he get?
This is why I watched the NFL.
He got like gloves that had a peace sign on it or something, didn't he?
So it was,
he just like put his hand
it's
up.
Gloves, yeah, and it's yellow here, and then
Yeah.
black here, and then yellow here. So it looked like he'd hold up a peace sign if you hold up his whole hand, which is
That's
genius.
savage.
Yeah, but he just said fuck it. He said I'm holding up the real thing.
Damn. Yeah, that's so chapped.
What does the NFL think? Like someone's is watching this and I saw a comment on it and it was like, my son was watching the game. He saw Tyreek hold up the peace sign. Now he's joined a gang. Thanks at NFL.
And where does this number come from? Who's like, this
You're
is about
so right.
this is about $12,875 worth of unsportsmanlike.
They really did. They threw in such a fucking such an obscure number in there. That's so
Where
weird.
does that come from?
Yeah, I mean, I know Tyreek Hill doesn't care. And I know that this is a marginal amount of money. I'm not saying he's getting fined a flagrant amount of money.
Right.
I think this is a drop.
I just don't think it should even be a
Yeah,
thing at all.
it's just the sentiment, you
Yeah.
know? It means a lot. It's like, I don't know. It's just fucked up. You're so right about the 12875. Where the fuck do you get that number from?
Yeah.
Literally pulls it out of his ass. They just ask Goodell, like, write 5 numbers on this drawing, on this whiteboard.
Just put
And
in
he's
a
like,
random number generator.
Yeah, it's fucking
And it was
12875.
it wasn't like it was the opposing team's cheerleaders, right? It was his own.
It was Chiefs cheerleaders.
Yeah, so it's like,
I do know there is some rules about you're not allowed to interact with the cheerleaders. That might be it, but I don't fucking know.
he didn't like slap her ass. Like, come on.
He should have.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if I'd get fined if I swore a touchdown and just started fucking a cheerleader. Just bend her ass over, and whip my cock out and start fucking her. I'd be bricked up. I'd be like Ocho Cinco. I'd take a Viagra before every game because if I get a touchdown, I'm going to fuck a cheerleader. Right
You just always have a thing of Blue Chew in your helmet.
Every single time I score a touchdown, the cheerleaders instantly run to the tunnel and ask for security because they know I'm fucking coming. And I've got pads and a helmet on. They're not going to stop me.
That sounds so fucking sketch.
What did you just say, Chase? You can't say that on a live broadcast, bro.
Bro, get me
You
out of
can't
here.
fucking say that.
Get me out of
Yo,
here.
somebody,
Get me out of here.
Somebody needs to clip that and expose Chase. Okay, somebody needs to expose it.
Oh, fucking A.
Say, yo,
God
Chase? Chase?
We need a fucking emote for that, dude.
I know. Fuck, I was supposed to have it done. I forgot, you guys. I'm gonna make it. Don't
We've
worry.
been
I've
doing a
been
lot of
slacking.
shit.
There really has been so much going on, bro.
Chase, this isn't the VIP. Justin, I couldn't help myself, bro.
Whoopsies. I'm putting AO Chase.
We need another spin the wheel. Yeah, we'll do that again.
That
That
was
shit was a
super
lot of
fun.
fun. We'll do that again.
Super fun. We'll definitely do it. We just got so much going on right here.
Yeah,
already.
one of them, one of the videos posted up today, and I still have another one to post of the third team we drafted. So I'll
I
probably
got 3 of them
throw that
puppies.
up tomorrow or something.
3 of them puppers. Cool. What are you guys thinking? Is there anything else we got to do today, or are we cash money?
I don't know. We got a lot of clip outs.
Yeah, I'm really excited, boys. It's been one hell of a week. One thing I gotta say is if you love football, you just what more can you ask for?
Yeah,
How fucking
dude.
awesome is this?
I'm excited to talk about the next games, next stream.
I can't
For sure.
wait for the Niners to get fucking booty clapped, bro. I can't wait for Jimmy G to cry himself to sleep in Cancun on a porn star's milkers. I can't wait for Stafford to Kingbo said just spent $300 on more Tampa merch when they lost. Went to visit a girl, no cheeks clapped. Saw a deer on the side of the road. Can't drive now. Kingbo, I'm sorry. That sounds like a bunch of L's, bro.
Dude, I'm so confused. Saw a deer on the side of the road. Can't drive now.
That's a really good question. VIP stream? Yeah, we'll go VIP, boys. We'll go VIP. Don't worry.
Is it like a saying or something? Or did we just get got? I'm confused.
I don't know. Is this like a Ligma joke? Kingbo, did you just fuck me?
Yeah.
Ashton said Tyreek probably got paid $500K for that touchdown. He don't give a fuck. Yeah. No, I agree, bro. I agree. But no, I got you guys. Yeah, we'll go VIP right after this.
Yeah, I'm down with that for sure.
He hit a deer, literally. That is so sad.
That's what I thought, but that sucks, dude. He clapped the deer. Damn.
No. This guy made more sense. He said it was a magic deer that took away his driving ability. I think that's what happened. I love it. Yeah, that's sad, bro. King, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I know. And Tampa lost, too. I know King Bro loves Tampa.
That's an L.
Hey, well, you can cheer on the Rams with us. You can watch Jimmy G get fucked.
Yeah.
Like that porn star fucked him. That's what Stafford's going to do to him. Milo, welcome to members, baby. Love to see it. All right, boys. Hey, I love you. VIPs, we'll see you in like literally 2 minutes. Just check your community tab. You know the dealio. And let's get on naked.
Bye, guys.